Hello everyone. We have completed some of the Act 5 Scene 1. Let's continue from page number 147. This is the speech of Portia, line number 234, right? So Portia says here, let not. I hope you remember earlier in the same scene, Portia, she was actually angry with Bassanio as he had given away his ring very easily to the lawyer. She feels that maybe he has not given that ring to the lawyer, but he has given that same ring to some women, right? And the same thing happened with Grishanio and Nerissa. They also had a quarrel, they also had a fight over the ring, right? Let's see now what happens. Portia continues with that same quarrel. She says, let not that doctor ever come near my house. So she says here, I don't want, I don't want that doctor to ever come near my house. Since he got the jewel that I loved, because he has got the jewel that I loved so much, and that which you did swear to keep for me. And it is the same jewel that you actually swore to keep safe with you. I will become as liberal as you. So she says here, she's saying these lines to Bassanio, that I'll also become very generous in giving away things like you. I will not deny him anything I have. So she says here, if he comes here, then of course even I will not deny anything to him. Nerissa. And I, his clerk. Of course, Nerissa follows Portia. So she says, yes, of course, I'll also do the same. I will not deny that boy, clerk, who comes here. Therefore, be well advised how you do leave me to my own protection. And of course, you're leaving me to my own self, so I know how to protect my own self. Antonio, I am the unhappy subject of these quarrels. Now Antonio, he was standing there, and just imagine both Bassanio, Portia, Nerissa, and Crescenio, they were fighting over a ring, you know. So Antonio, he felt really sad, and he says here that I feel that I'm the cause of all these quarrels. Portia, so grieve not you. You should not be sad. You are welcome, notwithstanding. You are welcome in spite of all these quarrels or facts. Bassanio, Portia, forgive me this enforced wrong. So here Bassanio tells Portia that please forgive me for this wrong that I was bound to do or commit. And in the hearing of these many friends, so again in front of all these friends, I swear to thee, means I am again taking an oath, even by thine own fair eyes. And of course, even, in which even I swear by eyes in which I can see my own reflection, wherein I see myself, means in the eyes where I can actually see myself, Portia. Now, before he could complete his speech or say something more, Portia interrupts. Portia says, mark you but that. So she wants everyone hear what he says. Now he was just trying to be nice when he was swearing by her eyes, but there was something wrong in his speech. In both my eyes, he doubly sees himself. Now Portia's got a thing here. She said, oh, I know. You're swearing by my eyes because here you can see the double of you. He sees himself in each of my eyes, so he sees himself double. In each eye, one. Swear by your double self, and there's an oath of credit. So she says here, but he swears by his double dealing self, false nature. Is that an oath worthy to be believed of? Do you think so? I'll believe that oath. You've got two personalities. I can see two reflections, and you're taking an oath with one reflection. What about the other one? Bassanio. Now, of course, this thing was going on. Bassanio was quite worried and stressed. Nay, but hear me. He says, please, no, just listen to me. Pardon this fault. Please forgive me for this fault. And by my soul I swear, I never more will break an oath with thee. That I swear on my soul that I will never ever break any oath with you. Antonio, I once did lend my body for his will. Of course, now Antonio is feeling bad for Bassanio. So he says here that, once I've taken an oath, I've actually lent my body so that he can get some wealth, which but for him that had your husband's ring. So he says here, but the person who has your husband's ring had quite miscarried, has been completely lost. I dare be bound again. So he says here, I am ready to risk my life again, my soul upon the forfeit, that your Lord will never more break faith advisedly. So he says here, I promise you, again, I'm ready to bound myself that your Lord here, Lord Bassanio, will never ever break any promise with you. Now he'll never ever break any promise with you, right? Portia, then you shall be his surety. So she tells Antonio, then of course, I want you to act as his surety, as his guarantor. Give him this and bid him keep it better than the other. So she's got the ring. She gives this ring to Antonio and tells him that I want you to give this ring to Bassanio and tell him that he has to keep this ring in a much better position than the first one. Antonio, hear Lord Bassanio swear to keep this ring. Bassanio, by heaven, it is the same I gave the doctor. Of course, that was the same ring. The moment Bassanio saw that ring, he recognized it. Portia, I had it of him. Pardon me, Bassanio. So she's lying. She says, here, I took this ring from the doctor. Please forgive me, Bassanio. Nerissa, and pardon me, my gentle Grishanio, for the same scrub boy, the doctor's clerk, in lieu of this last night did lie with me. So she says here, of course, please forgive me, Grishanio, because I've got the ring from that small boy. Portia, you are all amazed. Here is a letter. Now Portia knows that everyone was quite surprised, so she's got a letter. Read it at your leisure. So whenever you have time, I want you all to read this letter. Then she says here, it comes from Padua, from Valerio. So this letter was from Valerio. There you shall find that the Portia was the doctor, and in the letter it is clearly mentioned that I am the doctor. Nerissa there her clerk, and Nerissa was the doctor's clerk. Lorenzo here shall witness I set forth as soon as you, and even but now return. So she says here, and Lorenzo is the witness that we were not here. We left as soon as you moved out, and we have come just now. I have not yet entered my house, Antonio. So she says here, and I have not even entered my house. Antonio, you are welcome. And I have better news in store for you than you expect. So Antonio has got a better news. And let's see. Unseal this letter soon. She's got a letter for Antonio as well. There you shall find 3 of your argosies and richly come to harbor suddenly. You shall not know by what strange accident I chanced on this letter. So she says here, I found out that 3 of your ships, they have safely come back to the harbor. And I don't know how, but I got this letter. Antonio, I am dumb. I am dumb here means that he is quiet. He has got no words right now. Bassanio, he's surprised and shocked. Were you the doctor? I knew you not. So he's still confirming that were you the same doctor? And I was not able to recognize you. Grishanio, were you the clerk that is so to make me cuckold? Yes. So he says, are you the same clerk who actually made fool of me? Antonio, sweet lady, you have given me life and living. For here I read for certain that my ships are safely come to roll. So Antonio says here that, sweet lady, you have given me life and living. That you have saved my life, and then you have provided me with my living as well, as I can read in the letter that my ships have safely returned to harbor. Portia, how now, Lorenzo, my clerk has some good comfort too for you. Now Nerissa, okay, now there was another good news for Lorenzo. Nerissa, and I'll give him without a fee. And she says, oh, yeah, of course, I have a good news, and I'll give it to you without even charging some fee. There do I give to you and Jessica from the rich Jew a special deed of gift after his death of all he dies possessed of. So when Shylock dies, everything that belongs to him will be Lorenzo's and Jessica's. Lorenzo, fair ladies, you drop mana in the way of starved people. So he says here, fair ladies, you have actually dropped mana. Now understand, this is again your reference that is very important. Mana in the Old Testament of the Bible, the Jews are described as wandering in the desert on a long journey. When they were starving, God sent divine food called manna, which they found lying on the ground. This happened in answer to Moses' prayer to God. Now in the same way, the way they found manna, here these all people, they were starving, and suddenly these ladies, they had some very important and good news for each one of them. Portia, it is almost morning, and yet I'm sure you are not satisfied of these events at full. Let us go in and charge us there upon interrogatories, and we will answer all things faithfully. So she says here, okay, I'm sure it is almost morning and you all are not at all satisfied with my answers. So let's get in, and there you can shoot your questions and I'll answer them all. Grishanyo, well, while I live, I'll fear no other thing, so sore as keeping safe Nerissa's ring. So at the end, Grishanyo says, till the time I'm alive, I'll make sure that I keep Nerissa's ring very safe. And that's the end of the play, right? In Act 5, Scene 1, you have to remember certain points, that there was a deed of gift made by Shylock, signed by him, for Lorenzo and Jessica. There were some misunderstandings regarding the ring scene, which finally cleared out. There was playful teasing and humor throughout the Act 5. Antonio's ships are safe, we all know that. And there's another fact disclosed, that Portia was a lawyer and Nerissa was the clerk. So please keep all these points in mind. Read the speeches nicely. Go through the video. And if you have any doubts, do let me know. Thank you.